set in motion. Williams drifting, sprinting for space, in all kinds of trouble, put it up for grabs in the end zone. Connect! He got it for the touchdown!
Hey, and welcome to Mark Goes to the Movies for episode 113. As I talk about my day yesterday, what an adventure! What a historic day. I don't know if I'll ever reach my highest record, which was for being in theaters the longest time. I think Halloween Kills has the record I saw it 5 times. I saw every screening that I could when it first came out. I think that's why I enjoy the movie so much, and that's why it's one of my favorite movies today. Um, I saw 3 movies yesterday. I was in there 9 hours. It was it was a rough day. I was up for like 40 hours straight because I could not go to sleep. I was going to take a nap before I got to see the 3 new movies. Oh my god! Actually, I saw 2 new movies. One movie. Well, sorry, fuck, Mark. I saw 1 new movie and 2 old ones, but I never saw them in. Well, no, I did see Top Gun Maverick, and I saw that in theaters. Yeah, 'cause I was like, this is fucking kind of weird, especially after watching Top Gun. So I saw Top Gun in Dolby. Dolby, if you don't know, it is the recliners. I think it's like IMAX. I think the screen is as big as IMAX. The what the fuck? What the selling point is on Dolby is that it's the Dolby sound that moves around the building, moves around the room. It's pretty cool actually. They used to do like a little small video before the movies would play. It'd be like the ocean, I guess, or the sea. Sorry, what is my dog doing? We finally clean. I'm sorry, not to get off point here. He has to make himself available in every video. Hey, stop! Get in here! I don't know. He's on the cover of all the podcast stuff, so we can't get rid of him. He's locked in. Part of me wants to change the title of this podcast from just Mark, I don't know, Mark's World. I don't fucking know. I don't have a good replacement. Hey, get in here! Come on. Max is this close to being fired. He's this close. You can't see it, but my fingers are very close together from being let go. And now he's rubbing up my foot. God damn, dude. See, I'm gonna go back to the previous podcast about Obsession. A very terrifying movie. Really bothered me. But the thing is, the other option to fix what the living alone part and having someone sit inside of my room is that I have Max in there, and I will 100% sacrifice this motherfucker to whatever demons in the corner. I will throw my dog at him. I don't give a shit. That is his job. His job is to protect me. So he can, I guess, interrupt whatever podcast I'm doing. I don't really care because he's gonna die if there's ever any demon that invades my house. 100%. I hope he knows that. He's not looking at me right now. He knows I'm talking about him. 100%. This dog is getting sacrificed. However, I'm gonna be incredibly sad when he dies. I will say that. He's a middle-aged dog, like 6 years old. He might have another 6 years. Beagles don't live very long. And it's mostly because beagles are fat and they like to eat a lot. That's like that's his whole life is eating. That's what it revolves around. It's a good life for him, I guess. I hope he enjoys it. Right, Max? Yeah. Anyways, back to this fucked up movie. So I saw it in Dolby. if you're gonna see a movie, go see it in Dolby. It's the best way to see it. The sound moves around the building, around the room. Um, it shakes the seats. Fuck, Mark. It shakes the seats. And I think A8 is the best seat in the house, but don't sit there. That is my seat. That is where I sit. However, you're more than welcome to sit there when I'm not there. Let's see. So Top Gun. What to say about this one? Everyone knows what Top Gun is. It's about airplanes. It's about Tom Cruise and I don't know the fucking other guy's name. Val Kilmer's in it. A lot of guys from the '80s are in it. Matter of fact, there is an episode of Tales from the Crypt. Season 2 reviews coming up soon. There's gonna be a three-parter on that one. Um, it's Tales from the Crypt is the episode that Arnold Schwarzenegger directed, where the guy from Christmas Vacation, he had one William Hickey, he gets his body replaced by a much younger guy. The much younger guy apparently was in this movie Top Gun. He plays Val Kilmer, Iceman's uh, partner. I don't know the call signs. I don't know 'em very well. It's not a movie I watch a ton. I did really enjoy this one in Dolby though, because huge screen, the seats were shaking with sound. That's how great it was. I really want to see a 40x movie, but we don't have a 40x theater around here. The seats were shaking um, every time the plane went off. So I'm struggling. I'm struggling to know the ranks of this. I don't know. I thought they were in the Air Force. Guess they're in the Navy? Like, what the fuck, dude? They're flying planes, but they're not in the Air Force. They're in the Navy. So that's weird. Because the lady, if you don't know, I'm gonna give spoilers of this one. It's a 40-year-old movie. You should, you should absolutely, uh, know, what happened in Top Gun. It's a 40-year-old movie. You have plenty of time to go see it. You had 4 decades. So Tom Cruise plays Pete Mitchell, otherwise known as Maverick. He is in some kind of army, navy, I don't know, but he flies planes and he has his partner Goose, who does the navigating stuff. I guess yeah, that's his thing. Is he has a radar in the back of the plane, back of the fighter jet. When we first see Maverick, they're doing like I think it's like I don't know. It's some kind of unnamed. Let's just say the Russia. Let's say Russia is who they're talking about. I'm pretty sure that's who they are talking about. They I don't know. So this doesn't make any sense to me. When they first start in there, they're on this warship, right? And they're fighting off. They call them midges, which I think is funny. MiGs. They're called MiGs, which I think is funny. So then they end up saving these one guys, this other plane. And apparently those guys were like the best ones. So what happened was I guess I don't know, they had like a shock from the enemy. I don't know. But anyways, Tom Cruise ends up being the top gun. They sent all the top fighter pilots through Top Gun, which is what they do. And and it doesn't make any sense to me either. But like when they all graduate, he ends up right back on the same fucking ship because like they go through this whole competition about trying to avoid airplanes and shit. It really messes me up. I know Quentin Tarantino's an asshole. Tarantino was an asshole. Because of what he said about Paul Dano, Matthew Lillard, and shit. But I have to bring this up because it's a pretty interesting. I forgot what movie he said this in, but they was talking about like how Top Gun is basically a very homosexual movie. It's basically Tom Cruise fighting off homosexuality. It is like so Iceman represents doing all the rules, uh, you know, playing it straight. Uh, he doesn't go that route. He does his own way, which is everyone reprimands him for it. But in the end, he comes to accept his homosexuality by learning to play by the rules, but also doing things his own way. I don't go look it up on YouTube. It's fucking weird that he thought put this much thought into this movie. It's clearly a popcorn movie that you're not supposed to think because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. And then like I don't know. I'm gonna fuck up. I'm gonna look up. Let's look at the stats. Not the stats of the credits. Top Gun Part Two was a little better, but not much. Let's see. Kelly McGillis. God damn. I see. Oh fuck. I see why Kelly McGillis did not return for the sequel. God damn, dude. Son of a bitch. Tom Cruise is everyone else looks fucking old as shit. And then you got Tom Cruise, who looks pretty much the same. God, fuck, son of a bitch. Because they made a big deal about Kelly McGillis. She was like a civilian instructor. She knows the airplanes very well. Uh, and then they're like, yeah, so they're like hooking up and shit and everything. In the end, they're like, oh, they're getting together. So you're like, that makes sense. Really happy ending, guys. Fuzz on my microphone. And then, oh yeah, Goose dies, by the way, and that messes him up. And it's really funny. The instructor is Tom Skerritt. He plays Viper. He's like the main guy. He's old as shit too. God damn. He plays Viper. He's like the main instructor. And it's funny when Goose dies. They're like, we gotta get him back on a fucking airplane right away, as soon as possible. Michael Ironside was also another instructor. I know him from Tales from the Crypt. Um, and then they're like, yeah, Tom's scared. They're at the funeral for Goose, and they're like, let's get him back on the airplane. And you're like, God damn, dude, his best friend in the world, his only family died. It's like just now. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? And yeah, it doesn't go very well. Yeah, it has to get snapped out of it in the end. And apparently, his dad is also a fighter. Everyone's a fighter pilot in all these movies. Uh, Also, where are they getting all his money at? Is what I don't understand. Like he has all these motorcycles and shit. But but yeah, Top Gun has a happy ending. They end up killing some of the Russians. This leads me to Top Gun Maverick Part Two. A lot of people did not come back because they were not young enough looking. So Kelly McGillis, the love interest from Part One, does not make a return. Instead, they get Jennifer Connelly, who how old was Jennifer Connelly when Top Gun came out? She's the she's the main love interest in the second one. Let's see. Son of a bitch. So maybe she just looked younger, I guess. She was 50 in Top Gun Maverick. 51 in Top Gun Maverick. I guess her character is mentioned. Huh. Yeah, well, I don't know, maybe it makes sense. Anyways, I would have so let me go back to the whole Top Gun Maverick part. All right, so Top Gun Maverick, they got a lot of good young actors in this one. And you think that they'd be like, hey man, let's Tom Cruise anyways. Let's say Tom Cruise would step aside and let some of these younger guys get in here and be like, Glenn Powell, who is a huge star right now. You got Lewis Pullman, who ended up being a big star. Fucking Miles Teller. You got Danny Ramirez, who was in some Marvel movies, and what else is he in? Terminator. We got some good actors. Tom, do you think you could move aside and let these younger guys come in here and make it more accurate? And Tom Cruise is like, fuck that. I'm gonna be able to step in an airplane, and my character is the man. He's uh pretty. How old is Tom Cruise? Go on my rant. How old is? It's gonna automatically know. Tom Cruise. It just knows. 63 years. That motherfucker is 63 years old. That's around my grandma's age when she died. My grandma was never getting into a fucking airplane. God damn, dude. Tom Cruise is 63 years old. What the fuck? It's nuts. And they're like, hey, all you other guys, you ain't getting in this movie. You ain't, because it's weird because they obviously made Miles Teller, who's Goose's son. A spoiler alert, Goose's son, and then Glenn Powell has no affiliation with anything. If anything, Glenn Powell should have been Maverick's son. That'd have been interesting because he basically is a mixture of Val Kilmer with Tom Cruise's personality. He was the son they had. Anyways, yeah, it's some fuckery going on with Top Gun Maverick. The funny thing is, there's just so uh, I was more spoilers, I guess. In Top Gun Maverick, Tom Cruise and his team has to go into this gorge. I think let's just call them Iran because that's what they were. Say Iran with Russia's army because they're like more sophisticated with fighter jets. Tom Cruise sacrifices himself for his team and gets shot down in the middle. Well, it's probably Russia. Let's just say Russia, I guess. Tom Cruise gets shot down in Russia, and so anyways, Goose's son comes out there and he's like, "I gotta go save Tom Cruise," and they get stuck in Russia and behind enemy lines, and they still want to rush his planes. And then when they go up in the air, try to leave and go back to the United States or our area, uh the bad guys are like, hey, we know you're not one of us, like you fucking stole our plane, dude. And they're like, oh shit, we're caught. And they get into a battle, and their plane's much older than the ones they're fighting. So I think they shoot down two or three of them, and then towards the end it looks like they're done because they're out of missiles. And then Glenn Powell comes in there and saves them. Oh that shit. Ends up shooting two people. Apparently if you shoot five airplanes down, you're an ace. And it was funny because Glenn Powell's like, "Oh, I've shot down two people now," and then some bitch is like, "Well, yeah, well Maverick shot down five of them. He makes him an ace." Well, yeah, you dumb bitch. He's also 63 years old. What do you expect, man? How up to the third one they go to space? Because obviously they're making a third one. I will say this: Top Gun Maverick did save the movies, so good for them. Like that's a pretty amazing thing. They saved the movies. That's all you can say. Uh, After COVID happened and they were going to put Top Gun Maverick on Paramount Plus, and Tom Cruise is like, "The fuck you are, dude." Goes in theaters. So they waited till the theaters opened up, and good for them because it was a huge movie, made a lot of money, and yeah, it saved the movies. So the Tom Cruise will always have my respect in that end. But dude, you are 63 years old. You gotta stop. Let someone else do it. For the third one, when you go to space, let someone else do it. Glenn Powell's big enough. Miles Teller's big enough. Although Miles Teller hasn't done shit since he took. Let's see what he has in this movie. Let me just see what else he's done. He was in the Michael Jackson movie, but he's not a big part in it. Let me show you what he's done. All right, he was in Top Gun Maverick in 2022. He did nothing for like 3 years, and then he did The Gorge, which was on Apple TV. Don't do an Apple TV movie unless you're going to go to theaters. Then he was in Eternity, which is an A24 movie, and then he's in the Michael Jackson. He's a small movie, small part in the Michael Jackson movie, and that's it. He took Top Gun Maverick and said, "I'm not fucking doing another thing. I'm gonna pick my roles." And really the same thing with Glenn Powell. Glenn Powell has always in Spiderhead. That's a Netflix movie though. The Ark and the Aardvark. See, dude, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Yeah, the dude fucked up. He should be a big star, and he's absolutely not. You get Glenn Powell. Glenn Powell, same thing. Great last name, by the way. He did Top Gun Maverick. He was big in that. And then he's like, "Man, I'm not gonna be a franchise guy." Where's Top Gun? Oh, there it is. So he did Hitman, which is good for him. That's a Richard Linklater movie. I love Richard Linklater. He did Twisters, which that made some money. Good for him. Anyone But You. Good, good job. What the fuck is that? Top Gun 3. Someone made an AI poster, and Liam Neeson's on it. It's pretty crazy. You just put stuff whatever. Oh, it's all Liam Neeson, and then it's Keanu Reeves. Everyone's been doing AI posters now and AI trailers. I love it. Do more of them. I don't fucking care. I don't know if you can hear that. You're probably not. Someone made an AI trailer for Top Gun 3.
If you've ever stepped foot on a Navy base, you've heard the story. Keeps running toward danger.
It's not even close. The voiceover really sucked.
President.
God damn it. All right, well, I'm gonna end this episode. I would say 9 hours in the theater is pretty great. Go see movies, even if they're not great movies. Uh, in regular home versions, they're probably great in the movie theater. But as always, go watch a movie, nerds.